This is the fiery redhead from the podcast Wide Open Spaces with Elise. Let's take a deep dive into season 5. You can listen to this podcast anywhere you love listening to your favorite podcast. Now I challenge you to come along with me, listen, and let's evolve together. Well, this is an unexpected podcast for me. I am supposed to be in Las Vegas, Nevada, but instead I am sitting at my studio recording this podcast. I was going to do something live this week from Las Vegas, but, well, we have a state of emergency in the state of South Florida, with a deluge. So my flights were all canceled, but I'll be there next week. So look forward to that live podcast coming from Las Vegas, Nevada. So we're going to move on to number 157. The bully that is in all of us. You. All right, let's talk about the bully that's inside of us. When you think of a journey, you kind of get a little excited, like I was for my Las Vegas trip. This journey and all that the journey entails, and the excitement and the anticipation. But not every journey is positive without bumps in the road. Journeys sometimes have a lot going on in them in ways that are unexpected and things that we might have to struggle through a little bit. Now, sometimes these journeys we like to avoid, because they take work and they take energy. But if I was to say and put off every journey that was a necessity for me as a human, my mental health, my physical health, if I was to say I'm waiting for the energy, well, I'd never have enough energy. We wouldn't. None of us would. And that's always a great excuse to put it on the back burner. But sometimes journeys need to be gone through, to take the steps in the journey, whether they're positive, they're negative, frustrating. Maybe you're not going in the direction that you intended, but go with it and see where this journey takes you. And sometimes that energy that we're waiting for, well, that's kind of that negative voice in our head. Today, I'm going to call that negative voice a bully. I truly believe that we all have a bully inside of us. I don't mean the kind of bully that bullies other people. I mean the bully that bullies you. Your own bully that you might hear on a day-to-day, minute-by-minute basis. You know, that negative voice inside your head that never has anything good to say, that always tries to make you feel on whatever it is bad about yourself, or that you're not capable, or why even try, why even go there, why even work through it? Because, well, you're a loser. You're ugly. You've got no friends. Who would want to be friends with you? You're the reason why your whole family doesn't talk to you. You're the reason why you look the way you do. Doesn't sound pleasant, does it? No, none of those words are pleasant. But a lot of us have those voices, that bully that constantly replays in our head. And it's human nature. It doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. It means that there's a struggle that goes on inside of you. And there's the you against the bully. And, well, inadvertently or on purpose, we allow it. That bully wins a lot of the time. And I don't know about you, but I don't like being bullied. If you've ever been bullied in life, you know how it feels. I don't like watching other people be bullied. And so that having a bully inside of you that goes everywhere you go is exhausting. It really sucks the energy right out of you. So when would you ever find the energy to fight the bully? But I'm going to tell you right here now, my friends, you must find the energy to fight the bully. Now, I have a bully who's inside my head. This is nothing that I haven't shared before. I talk about it a little bit in my new book that's going to be coming out, which I can't say anything about just yet, but looking forward to sharing it with you. But body image has always been my thing. Since I was young, I have had that bully in my head. Now, when I'm eating healthy, moderation, my food, etc., exercising, well, that bully gets kind of quiet because I'm taking care of myself. So when I wake up in the morning, shh is what I say to the bully because I'm taking control. But when there's a lot of family gatherings or special occasions, and well, let's be real, it's all revolves around food, right? Well, those mornings that I wake up, well, that bully is pumped up and ready to go to tell me, why did you eat that? Now you feel disgusting. Clothes are tight because you ate too much food. That's my bully. Now, this bully honestly has been with me since I was in elementary school. Yeah, the bully has walked with me all these years, and I'm exhausted from the bully. And I fight the bully on a daily basis. And to be honest, I'm winning. I work on it. It's something that is really my thing. Like you all will have your thing. That's my thing. And it's just something that I will have to work with the rest of my life. And that's okay. Because through self-discovery and growth and work, I've really learned how to silence the bully. Doesn't mean the bully doesn't try to come out, but I silence the bully to love myself and to care for myself and to be kind to myself and to accept who I am and my genetics and whatever else that may come with it. So I want to do a little bit of a visualization. I've shared my inner bully. Maybe your thoughts are going and trying to think of what your bully is, or maybe your bully is just right there and you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now I'm going to do a visualization. I love visualizations. I find them to be so extremely powerful. You know, you hear about being hypnotized, and I don't know about that. I've never done it before, but visualization to me is kind of a step in that direction because you're eliminating all stimuli, you're going within yourself, and you're envisioning something. And in those moments of quiet thoughts, eliminating stimulus, a lot of work can get done and a lot of insight can come from it. So if you're driving and you're listening to me right now, hit me on pause, come back to me when you can sit somewhere without a lot of stimuli and close your eyes. So if you're going to hit pause, I'll see you later. Promise me you'll come back because you're never going to know how to handle the bully if you don't come back. So please come back. Okay. Find a place for yourself to go sit right now and close your eyes. I want you to envision right now that you're in a dressing room. You've got a robe on. You've got boxing gloves on. What color are your boxing gloves? The color that you choose, I want it to be whatever color for you represents power. For me, I love teal blue, so that would be the color of my boxing gloves. Let your trainer put on your boxing gloves with the power that you're placing on your fists right now. Now, as you're bobbing and weaving and warming up your muscles, anticipating the fight that you're about to get into, you take some deep breaths in, focus yourself. Your trainer says it's time. So you do a couple more stretches and bobs and weaves, and you slam your gloves together because you're ready. And as you walk into the bright lights, you hear the crowd going and cheering as you come out, rooting you on. And you see the boxing ring in the distance. And as you go, you look up at the crowd and you feel their power and you feel their energy as they're rooting you on. And you step into the ring. And as you look up, there's your bully. Your bully is standing in front of you. Only you know what this bully is, so envision the bully with its characteristics and its colors that it involves. And I want you to look into those bully's eyes for a minute. Let the bully know you're here to fight and you're here to win. Before you know it, you hear the bell ring and the fight is on. I want you to use your words. How would you fight this bully with your words? You give it a right hook. You give it a left hook. You give it an upper hook. You give it a good punch in the gut. The bully starts to wobble. Now's your chance to take it down. And with one fell swoop, the last punch comes in. The bully falls to the ground. The ref comes over, begins to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The referee slams down on the rink. You're down, you're out, and points to you and says, winner. In that moment, you feel a release. You feel an inner power that just took over you. The bully is on the ground and you're standing up proud and tall as you raise your fists into the air with your boxing gloves with the powerful color and a warrior pose. You did it. You did it. You beat the bully. Take a quick deep breath in and open your eyes. Now, this visualization makes it easier for you to identify what your bullies are and to envision how you can handle the bully. I want you to jot down some of the things you thought during that visualization, those kind of loose thoughts that happen in those moments, because they may mean something to you in the future. Sometimes you don't know exactly what they mean, but you have these random type of thoughts in visualization. So it's important to jot them down. So now I've given you a way to start to identify what your bully is if you're not, it's apparent to you. Or maybe you have many bullies, and let's take one bully at a time because, well, if you had more than one bully in the rink with you, you'd probably lose. So one-on-one is the best way to fight the internal bully that's inside of you. Now, you may feel a little uncomfortable doing this, and I get it. I do. I'm kind of making you tell a little movie in your head, right? But you're narrating this movie, and you have control over this movie. Just the way you have control over the bully inside of you. You can give yourself power, or you can remain powerless. It's all about how you want to love yourself, how you want to take care of yourself. And when people give you compliments or say things about you that are positive, instead of that bully telling you they're lying, they're not telling you the truth, you don't really look like that, you don't really feel like that, the more you do the process of working through fighting the internal voice, that's that bully, when those compliments start to come to you, you'll be more accepting. And you'll actually believe them. You see, the bully doesn't want you to believe that you're good, or you're great, or you're fantastic, or you're just so talented. They want the opposite. And it's just a natural thing that goes on within those neurons in our brain. But we can harness it and harness the positive energy and change the course of our thought process. Are you ready to change that course? Are you ready to take a deep dive into the fight with the bully? I know you've probably never thought of that internal voice as a bully before. And when we hear bullies, well, none of us like bullies. There's bullies at work, there's bullies at school, there's bullies in your own friend group or family groups. Nobody likes a bully. Bullies just want to have power and control and make you feel like shit about yourself. So who wants to have that inside of us as well? It's not healthy. It's not avoidable either. It happens. It's a process. It's how you cope with that process. And what tools do you utilize from your tool chest of coping mechanisms to silence the bully? So your goal today is to first identify your bully if you're not aware of it, or maybe that bully kind of hangs back and has those subconscious subliminal messages that you kind of push away, but they're still there. Your goal is to identify the bully and start with the first step and how you're going to silence the bully. How are you going to believe in yourself more? How are you going to look at yourself more positively? What are things that you can do to improve your own self-worth, your self-identity, how you see yourself? It all starts with you. And remember, we can't eliminate the bully that's internal. We can cope with it. We can silence it. We can't walk away from, because it's there. And it does pop its ugly head out every so often. But if there's an actual physical person, bully in your life, well, guess what? You can walk away from that bully. Bullies only have one thing: to make you feel little and small, and to make them feel big and powerful. And guess what? We only walk this earth one time. I'm not here to make somebody else feel big and powerful. And I'm not here to allow the bully inside my head to be big and powerful. I want to make them small and powerless, and me big and powerful. So if you have that physical bully in your life, well, maybe it's time to negotiate and think about how you're going to eliminate the bully from your external world. And how are you going to cope with the bully that lies inside of you? Well, time to move on. Listen to me next week in Las Vegas. Please subscribe, like, follow, listen, and download. Anywhere you can get Wide Open Spaces with Elise and me, the Fiery Redhead, well, moves us one step closer to living a healthier, positive lifestyle. And until next week, my friends, remember, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. See you next week.